Dad, don't watch this.
Hi, potatoes, and welcome back to Canada. My special guest this week is
Me again. Ciao.
This is our second time trying to film this video because she has
Babies.
She has a child, and nap time was just over. So
Done.
we're gonna start over. There's still jalapeno juice.
As you close your eyes tonight, I pray that you will see that shining from the stars above. When he opens his arms and holds you close tonight, it just won't feel right. 'Cause I can love you more than this. 'Cause I can love you more than when he lays it down, I might just die inside. It just...
Here we go.
Journal number 13.
10 out of 10, I bet.
10 out of 10, I bet. Okay, so I'm just going to go through it, and then I'll explain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I already said that during the first time. So that's...
It's first time.
I'm going to rate this... Did I say 6.5 or 7?
7.5.
No, I didn't.
You said 7.
I said 7. Okay. So, I chose this one to be a 7.
A 7? Oh my gosh. It's the first time I've heard that.
Because
She hates me.
No, that's not true. Writing locations for this journal: Morocco, and then we traveled back to the States for my brother's wedding. We spent the night in Paris, so Morocco, Paris, and then we were in Illinois, Wisconsin, Arizona, California, Indiana, Minnesota, Wisconsin again, Illinois again.
we had a live in Georgia.
And I think that's it. So this journal went to a lot of places. I got this journal from... Ta-da! Faith! Faith got this for me from Scotland.
Mhm.
And that's why I love this journal. When I think of this journal, I think of like all the traveling that we did. I think of Faith. I think of when she was in Scotland and how much I missed her. And then when she came back and I spent the weekend at her house. So the sight of it evokes, positive memories. But then I read it yesterday and I was
That
like,
was your first mistake.
oh.
This is not as interesting as I wanted it to be.
It's lacking some oomph.
And here we go. On the inside, we have Roads Go Ever On and On by J.R.R. Tolkien.
And it should be your faith journal, right?
Oh, my autumn journal.
Awkward.
Autumn was a very good friend from Wisconsin. I needed my autumn journal before I could start naming after my friends in Morocco. I started it December 15th, 2004. I ended it May 14th, 2005. And that sticker right there is from a pair of underwear I believe my grandmother gave me. She's the only one. It's not like I wore the sticker. I was introduced to the wonderful world of tabloid
Thank
magazines.
you, Orlando Bloom Magazine.
What I didn't realize was that tabloids were made up. Because nobody told me. All the drama going around in our family, and we'll just say it.
Brad and Jen got divorced.
That was a hard time
That was a hard time.
to
More
white
because
teenage girls in Africa mourning the divorce.
It was made worse because I would read all these tabloids and I thought they really knew what they were talking about. So I was like,
oh, but Brad wants to get back together with Jen. Star Weekly said.
So I have a lot of entries about Brad and Jen and Jolie and what the tabloid said, and that was painful. I spent a lot of emotional energy on it.
Well, it was either you spent your emotional energy on Brad and Jen, or it went into what was actually going on in your life right now.
That's true. So
it was what we call in psychology a coping mechanism.
I'm really good at coping. Another one was a fear of death.
That's a bigger thing.
I should cut myself some slack. I am really hard on myself as a teenager. I always am. When I read these, I'm like,
Dang, girl, you idiot.
but I mean, The thing is that this is the journal I was writing in when my cousin Sean was shot. If you remember from my honey pie journal, I talk about the last time I see my cousin Sean, and it was in this journal where he was shot. So I think that triggered a lot of
And you should clarify, he was shot and then he passed away.
Yes, and then I had an intense dream where my head was cut off.
We'll talk about that later.
Glad your psychology major. We're matching again. In our last movie, we were matching.
That's because we're soulmates.
Alright, so this was started December 15th. It was nice. We opened presents.
It had been 11 months. It was in the 50th week, and on the 345th day since I last Becky. And then it had been 10 months in the 44th week, and on the 304th day since Quinton and Sean and Dan left.
I complained about not being able to cry again. I think the first really interesting thing I wrote about was December 18th, which ironically is Brad Pitt's birthday. The Fez Youth Group Christmas party, and I said, hey, the party was fun. I gave Faith my pink pen. And she said, you have no idea how much this means
Because
to
this is
me.
what happened. I just got back from Scotland and I got a pink pen that I bought with my own money, which was a big deal.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And then, because I only wrote my journal entries in pink, but then when I got home and I used the pink pen, it was black.
So I gave her my
as
pink pen.
soulmates do.
Yes. Andrew signed my book. I had a little friendship book that I had everybody sign. People signed it with like little messages.
To be fair, neither one of us went to high school, so we didn't get the yearbook signings that you would at the end of the
that
year.
was kind of like my yearbook.
I got
Except
your
no
back.
one had superlatives.
It wasn't weird.
Yeah, most likely
You won
to
all of
be insane.
Well, yeah.
Got it. Prom queen, captain of the football
We were
team.
both valedictorians.
Yes, we were.
We smart.
Caleb didn't finish his entry in my friendship book. And I said it seriously doesn't matter, but it kind of really did. I think I got one picture with him in it, except Joel, Faith's
My oldest
brother,
girl.
bent down right as I snapped the picture. So I might have Joel's butt instead. I will insert a picture now, because I'll have gone home by now.
It's just black!
Isn't it wonderful? Good butts running the family.
And then December 19th,
Oh, it was the next day.
my cousin, we got the call that my cousin
Did you
was shot and killed.
Did you go back home that night?
No, we went in a couple weeks later. I messaged Faith and was like, oh my gosh, I just heard this. And then I cried. I was finally able to cry, which,
Good reason to.
if you guys want a deal update,
do. Tell me.
the one who gave me the bracelet,
The one that you bite your lip in the way that you do.
yeah, him. Okay, so we went to see him on December 26th. His family, because his mom ended up
Happy
being my
Boxing
mom's best Moroccan friend.
Oh, cute.
I'm scared. On the way home, Adil told me that he wanted to meet with me before I left for America, because he has something to tell me. Ah! God, please don't let it be that he likes me. And then I put a worried face.
It's legit fear.
And then
But then you IM'd me. That's the next part you're gonna skip over.
December 27th. Talia and I made a snowman's butt. We didn't finish the rest. And then I said I couldn't do my school because I couldn't find my pencil. I just don't understand why I didn't get another pencil.
Well, maybe your family didn't have any.
Maybe I only had
You need
one.
to go to the Hanut.
But like I didn't. The next day I didn't do school either.
Well, you obviously had a pen.
So this is a journal entry my sister wrote for me.
We
and
love Talia.
We love Talia.
In
We
this
love Talia.
house, we serve the Lord and we love Talia. And chocolate.
Ooh. So she just wrote in mine, and I'm pretty sure I wrote in hers. And so this is what it says. Hey, today I did a lot of dishes. Bailey and I have this ongoing joke about being replaced with mechanical dummies. When Dad came to send us to bed, Bailey looks at the computer and says, you know, you could be replaced with a mechanical dummy. Which is funny, because the computer's already mechanical.
Yeah. It's really funny.
I finished my school finally, December 31st. It was Sean's birthday, December 31st.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Sean. The Sean that was my friend, not my cousin.
Okay, because I just didn't know how to...
I know, and the thing is, like, they both spelled their names the same way.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so,
We love Sean.
we love Sean. Adil saw me. Him and Tarek were here for supper. He gave me an ugly green thing that I can barely stand to touch it. It's got cooties on it. Blah, nasty.
16-year-old Bailey, everyone.
I remember it fell under my bed and I left it there for like 7 months.
So harsh.
Any New Year's resolutions? Sure! Number 1, not only write in my journal but pray and spend time with God every day as well. It's a good one. Number 2, stop laying guilt trips. That's a pretty good one. Number 3, learn how to burp babies.
Burp babies?
Learn how to burp. Oh, like you burping babies. Okay, I thought you would burp and then babies would come out, but I'm seeing now. You mean when you toss a baby over your shoulder and you pound it until it burps?
Get closer to my family and friends.
Oh,
We did it. We did it.
here we are.
Number 5, stop taking things for granted and be thankful in all things. Number 6, shine, glow, and love.
What?
So that's what I wanted for the year 2005.
And here we are.
In this journal, one of the big events that happened was that my brother got married. And I was excited, and then here we have January 18th, which he got married on the 22nd, so this is like 4 days before the wedding. I said, not even in the States for 2 weeks, and I'm already an emotional wreck. I just came out of the bathroom where I was crying because Quentin marrying Beth is hitting me really hard. I'm wearing my Becky sweatshirt to comfort myself. I hope I feel better tomorrow. Okay, so then the next day, January 19th, I said I feel a lot better now.
Oh, she got an email from Faith and it was hilarious.
So January 22nd, 2005, I said, hey, oh my hair, I am so tired. The wedding went fine, but I felt pushed away by Quentin. He even seemed a little annoyed that I was there, which to be fair, he was getting married and I'm only his little sister. I IM'd Faith. She said, is that really you, Bailey? I told her it was the boogeyman. She said, Kulshi Pal Pal, which means same difference. Love that for me.
Yeah. It's a good conversation we had there.
Quentin made everyone cry during the ceremony. Beth got married with only one shaved leg. Don't worry about it. I just talk about Mark. After talking about how long I didn't see her for months and months and months.
This is a big moment. We've all
This is
been
a
waiting for
big
it.
moment. February 2nd, 2005. I saw Becky. I said, hey, I seen her. Because she used to say that. I saw Becky and Autumn, the one I named this journal after. My day's complete. I hung out with Becky all evening. I didn't even know she was going to be here tonight. Talia asked if she was, so I was like, I saw her car, and as soon as I could, I went to find her. Talia found us eventually, had until midnight to hang out with her. I'll write more tomorrow. I seen her. It was such a happy day. Alright, so then February 3rd, 2005. Say goodbye to Becky.
And here we go again.
I know, one day I'm saying hi, the next I'm saying bye. I hung out with her all day. Don't know when I'll see her next. I gave her the book. It wasn't all finished, but I figured she could do it. Oh, Becky! We tried to figure out when I gave it to you. It was then. February 3rd, I gave it to you February 3rd. She found it the other day when we were talking. She's like, it wasn't finished. And I was like,
oh, my bad.
I wonder when I'll see her next. It was strange, weird, different. I mean, I was with my best friend that I hadn't seen for more than a year. And I said, I love her so much. I just have a couple more things to say. This is so sad. I want Becky. I want Sean. I want Autumn. I want Brendan. I want to cry. You see the people, and then it's like,
And they're gone.
they're gone, and you just go right back to missing them.
And I think 16-year-old Bailey would be happy and relieved to know
Yeah.
that you and her are still friends.
Yeah. A highlight of that spring, we're going to skip forward a few months. April 2nd, 2005, the youth group, confess, came up to the mountains where my sister and I lived. We had it was like a weekend youth retreat. And I'm going to read about it because Caleb was there.
Not Faith.
Yeah, you were?
Oh, you don't talk about it like if I was.
Faith was there.
I'm teasing.
Okay, today
I'm
was
being
so
a butt.
fun.
I'm being Joel's butt.
Oh, okay. To put it in twice? Why would you make me do that? Hey, today was so fun. Ooh, I said Caleb gave me a hug. We ate lunch and stuff. It was fun to be with everybody again. Caleb took Krista and me out and we looked at the Big Dipper. Then he says, and over here we have, and he turns us around in what was like a very sweet, magical moment in my life, even though I was sharing it with my friend Krista. All of a sudden, right in our faces was Andrew with a flashlight, and he was snarling. I screamed. But the next thing that happens is Caleb is giving us a hug, saying, "Are you okay?" We couldn't stop laughing after that. So then the next day, April 3rd,
I was sitting with Faith and Andrew and Mark. I had a hair hanging in front of my face, and Andrew pulled at it, so I sat up and flipped my hair over my shoulders. When I did that, Andrew and Mark started cheering.
High schoolers are weird.
Yeah. Why was my boyfriend touching your hair?
I'm just kidding. I don't know. I
That's fine.
don't.
He and I were pretty secure in our feelings for each other. I was fine if he touched other women.
I said Andrew was my buddy for the weekend.
I was secure. Just secure.
I don't... Okay.
Andrew was a very, very solid individual and, was somebody who was able to be friends with everybody.
Yeah, and the thing is, when I looked at Andrew, I wasn't like, oh, maybe he likes me because there was you.
Never worried that he liked you. He wasn't a complicated boy like
Yeah.
the other boys who were single, because Andrew and I were together forever.
Together forever until he...
My husband's name is Colin. Okay, where do I start?
Anywhere, it's a short entry.
Mark made me upset at him. I was IMing Faith and Mark at the same time, and Faith said, "What are you talking about with Mark?" He just yelled, "Women," really loud.
Also, I wanted to show you an update on my signature. I signed it with an actual bay leaf, and then I said squirt, and then smiley face, because I started signing my entries bay leaf and squirt and sunshine. So then we're going to skip forward a month to the beginning of May, and we went on a trip with lots of other expat friends down to Marrakesh. Music festival happening down there. It was called Friendship Fest, and it had a variety of Moroccan and American musicians. And then after the first night, I said, Out of Eden waved at me. Faith, Talia, and I all think Danielle is the best. I don't even think I remember any Out of Eden songs.
No, I didn't listen to them.
Phil Keggy got the second wind, but should have sang more.
Aww.
Faith is sure that he was looking straight at us, like nobody knew where the crazy Americans were after the Cheese Puff episode.
Did we just decide to start chanting?
You
it?
did. I think you said to
Yeah.
me, I bet we could do this. And I was like, kind of embarrassed.
So we chose, and I don't know how. It probably just popped up in my brain or
'Cause
yours.
We both love cheese.
So we started chanting
Cheese?
cheese puffs.
Cheese puffs, cheese puffs, cheese puffs.
A whole group of people around us were...
They were like, "Oh, the Americans are
Cheese
chanting
puffs,
cheese
cheese."
puffs.
And
We
the
must
next
too."
person to come on stage was going to be Phil Keggy, who was American.
Yeah.
We, got a lot of people to chant. It wasn't
I-
everybody.
Are you sure?
What?
Because I've always told the story that it was everybody. Are you sure it wasn't?
No.
Regardless, it was one of our best things that we've ever done.
And then the very next day, you and I were on TV.
Oh yeah, we were. I didn't go the second night because anxiety strikes.
Yeah.
And so I stayed in the hotel room, and so I was watching it on TV because it was a big event and it was televised.
Yeah.
And then I saw it's a scene of Bailey and I just
I remember you texted and said, we were on TV. And then you texted me, or you texted everybody that, and then you texted me separately, it was just us, but I didn't want everybody to feel bad. Our landlord, when we came home, she was like, I saw you on TV. Andrew and Lyndon got me on their shoulders and jumped with me up there during rock and roll worship circus. I think that's what it meant. Mark and Joel had Faith up on theirs. So after a weekend of like really bonding with Andrew, feeling so safe and comfortable with like my guy friendships, I found out on May 9th that Andrew was leaving to move back to the States. When I said goodbye to him, I asked if he would come back for Christmas, and he said his parents would probably go to the States. After that, I didn't know what to say, so we just looked at each other until Andrew gave me a hug. I never saw him
He
again.
called me every Saturday for about a year.
Aww.
Yeah.
But here's my tear marks. Because I was so sad. So yeah, that was our weekend in Marrakesh. And then, later that day, I found out that my brother and sister-in-law were going to have their first baby. So I ended this journal May 14, 2005, and I said I didn't need to count anymore, so I don't have a countdown of when I last saw Becky or Quentin and Sean, even though I didn't see Sean when I was in the States. Page of pictures, so there's my brother and sister-in-law before they were Amish. There's Andrew and Lyndon on the bus with Pringles in their mouths. Here's Faith! Woohoo! And then here's Andrew and Lyndon again.
Wow, my ex made it on there 3 times, but me only once. Just like how you named this journal Autumn when I got it for you.
But who's in the videos with me right now? I finished it at 11:29 p.m. on the frosh in the living room. The end.
And then it was done.